everyone, my name is Mitz, and here we're back with the Zodiac Trial. So as a brief interlude, I went back and read through the entirety of the evidence list that was presented against Aaron Morris for killing Amadeus Bowen. And if we're going the whole fact of like why this is presented in the game so far, it's only one of two things. Brian Morris, Aaron Morris's son, he's either probably one of the people involved in this game, like the cast member is right here, since we're going by code names, because code names are the most cliche thing we have for like death game things. Or he's literally one of the masterminds, and definitely is not used this whole thing as a half-baked revenge plot against everyone, but maybe like there's part of that, but for a multitude of different reasons. But that seems way too easy. But if we're going to the idea that Aaron Morris was completely innocent, and all this surmountable evidence was going against him, was being a frame job, then the very, very small passing line that Amadeus Bowen had a brother whose name is Oliver Bowen, who was a police chief, replies to that in stone. It was a frame job from the highest order. They could have manipulated like anyone's testimony, like put in fingerprints and all that. There's a few things, like there's one thing, like I gotta get into the specifics of the evidence because I want to move things along. One thing I want to know purely is that the stack of money that was in the glove compartment of Aaron Morris's car. I'm just wondering, was that really a stack of bills that was found in the safe? Because there's actually like there's a whole thing about serial numbers on dollar bills you can like use to track down if it was the same stack of bills are stolen. If that did come from the safe, then either if this is a frame job, then the police chief somehow managed to find those bills and put it in there, or literally like whoever the culprit is really framed them. It's one of those two. If we're going with the idea that Aaron Morris is completely, utterly innocent. But it's hard to pinpoint what the significance of that is in the story right now. Yeah. No, she's right to get angry. I'm fucking pissed as well. And yeah, it's a stupid reason for why Brian Morris would even be doing this as masterminding. I still think it was one of you peoples. What the hell did I do in any of this? I got no idea who this Morris punk is at all. There's no reason I should be here. It's completely ridiculous. Right, it's really unfair. I mean, seriously, what did I do to deserve this? Like, okay, maybe I put out an article or two in the trial, but it wasn't anything unfair. It's at least... Okay, so you're a journalist. So does that mean this is literally just... It's just literally just going against everyone who's somewhat related to the trial in any way? That's weird. And tons of people put out an article. It was a big event. Why single out me? Well, I know why I'm here. I testify against his father at trial. Huh. Yeah, okay, so everyone is involved in some degree, right? I was in the building at the time of the murder. Bowen had discussed interest in purchasing one of my statues for his office. When I came to bring it to him, I was in the waiting room for a dreadfully long time. In that long waiting room, I was as a witness able to conclusively say the only person who entered Bowen's office during the time frame of his death was Aaron Morris. Oh, I was witness to that trial too. Maybe that's why I thought I recognized you. Okay, so many witnesses are here, but what is Dragon's deal? Yeah, I was also during the time Morris was killed. He was going to discuss me doing some advertising for him. Advertising, then statues. Wait, oh, okay. My next question was going to be asked. They thought an Olympian would be good face to sell their stuff, I guess. I was wondering, you do advertising? No, they're doing advertising. Anyways, I talked about how I saw him carrying the murder weapon. My testimony probably was what stopped that creep from weaseling out of it. Oh yeah, that's another thing. There was two ways he was killed. Strangling, then bludgeoning to death. The bludgeoning weapon was found nearby his house, but no mention of strangling weapon. Whether it's rope or string or anything like that, or garrote wire. But if I was going to do with anything, just based on short-term notice, businessman, so obviously maybe the tie is the closest way to get to, you know, strangle someone out. And I could just left behind the scene, but they had left no mention of it, so. I also testified I was Mr. Bowen's secretary at the time, and I also could talk about who entered his office. I was also the one who gave Morris up as a suspect to the police when they were interrogating me. I'm the reason he got arrested in the first place. I'm remembering this wrong, but, like, I forget. Maybe, I don't know if they mentioned it or not, but, like, how long ago was it, the trial? The construction company was doing some work in a nearby building that day. I think I mentioned something to police about when I saw Morris drive off. Nothing big, though. Wasn't ever called a court or anything. I don't know why I should have been a big enough deal to land me here. Anyone who saw anything, death. It appears you're in the same boat as me, my friend. Oh, okay, you're nearby and saw it. This Brian punk seems to really not like people saying what they saw to the police. Is that really such a crime? Yes. Who is a police officer? I went to Bowen to discuss the possibility of investing in my films, and I saw Morris pass by in the building. Is that really such a crime? I was never even brought to court. A shame too, because I was willing to give the performance of a lifetime to catch the devious crook. Shut up. I've already mentioned how I contacted Brian. Yeah, you're his therapist. If I was a better therapist, I would have been able to lead him away from the path of revenge, not towards it. The only connection you have to literally Aaron Morris in general is just Brian, so... And Mouse, main character, literally is only by circumstantial of, like, her father, who was defending Aaron. I've seen that kid around a few times. Maybe I could have talked some sense to him, too. You knew Brian, dog? Knew is a strong word. Like I said, I've seen him around. And why were you brought into this? Easy. I run the bar where Morris filched the MasterCard from Bowen. Oh. That testimony of mine really shattered the defense's arguments. And I thank you for that. Ox? I'm a prosecutor. And we are woken up with you? Yeah, for some reason or another, for my first case, I ended up helping with the prosecution of Morris. Oh, you were a prosecutorial assistant. It doesn't make much sense why they have someone who is so behind the ears help with such a high-profile, high-stakes case. It doesn't make sense why Brian would target me. I was very good at helping that prosecution. Wait, so... why did they go after you instead of the prosecution itself, then? I'm weirded out. It also makes sense why he would target me. After all, I was the one who arrested his dad. You're a police officer. Wait, Bunny, you're a cop? Guilty as charged. Okay. I was almost starting to recognize a number of you. This would explain why. Honestly, I should have caught on sooner. I guess I was just too distracted by that insanity of it all. Yeah, you keep telling yourself that. I gotta say, though, I'm honored Brian decided to choose me. His choice of targets confuses me a bit. He's just insane the membrane. Don't worry about it. We got a therapist here to worry about psychology and all that stuff. Right? I'm not... sure. Some of these make sense, but for a bunch of you people, there were surely better targets. Dog's totally right. Like, take the judge, for instance. Yeah. There are a bunch of people who said that him applying the death penalty for a single murder was unnecessary. He's been accused of coming to public pressure. What? Wait, why did it suddenly auto-scroll? He said applying the death penalty for a single murder was unnecessary. He's been accused of coming to public pressure, so considering their... Wait, that is weird of you to say you... There was... Oh, who cares about any of that? The kid's a complete nutcase, through and through, a dastard and a dullard. I don't trust you. I said try to psychoanalyze the comings and goings of the psycho with a head case, and you'll end up as crazy as them. Fuck off. I must say, that's an incredibly insensitive thing. Hey, I think there's a great discussion about how we can talk about mental illness to be had there, but his bigger point was right. We've just been going on about why we're here, but that's not going to help us get out. Are you sure? We need to focus on our current problems, and we can save worrying about all that other stuff for later. Bunny's right. The issue we had before getting complete sidetrack was how we're all going to be able to cross the line at the same time. We have a lot of abilities, right? I think there should be some way where we can combine them and let us get to the other side fast. That seems to be the recipe for disaster. Any solution found would be a complex, multi-step process with much room for error or betrayal. Why does everyone want to get out of betraying here? Why do y'all keep getting up on that? I think Monkey might be right about the complexity part. Yeah, that part, I'll agree with you. There's a much simpler solution, and we should prioritize on that. A simpler solution? What is it? Do you recall what Brian said about items? Specifically the minor trinkets? I understand what you're saying. You do? There are 12 minor trinkets, and their movement is equal to the number of people using them. So, like, if 3 people use their trinkets they found, you have 3 spaces. If we were to find all 12, we'd be able to cross the finish line as a group in 2 rounds. Great idea, Horse. Now we got a clear game plan that lets us all get out of here alive. Have fun looking for that, unless you're the ultimate hide and seeker who can find things. No, the ultimate finder, that's way better. Then you can figure it out and you can find them all. With this, we can all be saved, right? Okay, split up time. Oh, thank God. I was getting worried there for a second. Would it really be that simple, though? What do you mean? Oh, nothing much. I merely point out the fact that the solution is, well, rather basic. Yeah. No offense intended, but a child could have worked it out. I question the point of all this work if it were meant to be solved so simply. What's your problem, Snake? Why do you be such a downer? I don't like you at all. God, we got. Let's not take any of this seriously. Let's have some fun with it. Why are you being such a downer when you're just explaining the obvious of the seriousness of the situation? What the hell? I'm not being a downer. I'm merely pointing out a particular oddity. Yeah, and I'm more inclined to listen to him than you. Do you have a better idea? Oh no, I'm not dismissing the plan. Then what are you doing? Raising a thought. Yeah, it's better than not saying anything at all. So jack shit is the answer then. Oh, do you want us to not talk at all about this and explain the warnings of this potential plan? He's right though. Would things be this simple? Hey, what if the minor trinkets are super duper hidden? Like, there's no guarantee we'll actually be able to find them all. Things could fall apart. Calm down, would you? Like Horace pointed out with the trinkets, it would only take 2 rounds to finish the race. 2 rounds, and we think we only have like 3 rounds total before everything goes to shit. I'm assuming, if I'm remembering right. We have plenty of time to search, and this school isn't all that large. Let's first try to find all the minor trinkets. Meantime, I suggest anyone concerned think of a backup plan. Sounds like a plan. Oh my god. Should we start looking then? Actually, we should make a move. We've been talking for a while now, and round 1 is almost over. I look over to a nearby clock, and I find that Bunny's was absolutely right. Good catch, Bunny. Everyone split up and just click the run button, okay? We'll come back here, watch the animals move, then we'll start a search. Alright, let's do it. And some people are going to use abilities. Discernible game plan formed, everyone split up with a sense of purpose. I suddenly felt like we had a real chance of pulling this off. Emphasis on chance. But Snake was right to bring up his concerns. I was burdened with a general sense of unease. And a palpable sense of danger at Brian. Okay. How ungrateful could you be? How ridiculous. But no, I couldn't think about that now. You really hung up on him. Makes sense, but geez. I need to focus on moving forwards. I turned on my tablet and pressed the run button. There. Done. Oh my god, it's turning sound effects. I don't know how I feel about that. My move input, I went back to the cafeteria. The others gathered. Okay, so we can only see the move on the screen of the cafeteria, or at least outside the place of the rooms. Everyone just ran, right? No one tried any tricky, tricksy shit? Please. There will be absolutely no point at this stage of this game. I'm not supposed to pick my panic and hope for an early 11th space lead. I'd never do that. Settle down, would you? I'll be confirmed just in a second. Just access speakers turned on a few moments later. Round 1 has ended. Now let's see how the race has progressed. The rat has run 1 space. Box 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Who's the outlier so I can start going against everyone else? Let's see, who's at the very bottom there? I think Pig. Okay. Now round 2 has begun. Do your best and choose wisely. I choose wisely. There's no choice of that name. I felt myself breathe a sigh of relief looking at the results. Of course, I didn't actually think anyone would disobey the plan. Oh, I was completely against that. I couldn't help worrying. Great work, team. We're not a team. We did it! A+. Yay! Hooray, yes, we all pressed a button. You have the right idea. Good job, us. It's a fairly basic achievement. We should still appreciate it. Well, let me get the goddamn cake and the confetti poppers and just blow it up in everyone's face. Here, horse! Pew! Now we should start looking for minor trinkets. Yay. Round 2 has already started. Right. It's best to split up and search as much area as possible. I'll search up or down the right corner of the corridor of the first floor. You will let me be of assistance. I hate you. You wish to search with me? 2 fighters are better than 1, right? You are wrong. Sure, you can come along with me. Tag along. Be the support for once in your life. I want to check out the training room on my way here. Looks interesting. There might be a trinket there. If that's the case, then can I come along with you? I'm assuming... Okay. So unless there's no choice here, the choice we made in the... Of, like, the 2 people, Bunny and Tiger and, I think... Yeah, Rooster and Snake is coming to play here, those 2 choices. I'm still nervous at the threats in the school, and I still want to stick with someone strong. I have no issue with it. Thank you. I'm interested in looking around the library. Miles, would you care to join me in my search? Oh, God. that I care to join him. Sometimes we make the most uncomfortable situations and decisions, so let's just go. I had woken up with Ox, and I felt we had worked pretty well together so far. He's too serious for my liking, which I just contradicted myself, but you know what I mean. I didn't see any reason to work with him. As a matter of fact, I will work with you. We'll be the best of buds, hitching hands, and let's go off into the sunset together. Come on, let's go. Okay then, glad to hear it. If I ask, why did you ask me to investigate with you? Proximity. What? Well, you seemed rather competent early on. You also seem the most grounded everyone here, which is a shockingly low bar to clear. Thanks, I guess. Which makes you the perfect victim. Wait, what did you say? Nothing. Some house is going with Ox. Great. Now I can quit talking about searching, just start searching? Yeah, let's do that. The rest of us can split up and look around. Come on, gang, let's go! Oh, everyone, remember to input your moves and reconvene here before the round ends. And how long does each round go? Got it. Maybe just me, but I'm having a hard time, like, remembering all the different things. More like this is like a one and done thing of, like, explanations. You know, the game's, like, sort of, like, cemented almost, going over and over, like this the characters, like, talk about afterwards and, like, cemented later on. Maybe it's just because we're so early. With that, we all spread out and began our search. Ox then made her way to the library, which wasn't far from the cafeteria. Well, you gotta eat and learn at the same time. So, Ox, why did you want to search the library? Books. Books? Books. There were a few reasons. One, I prefer not to stray too far from the cafeteria for now. Or for another, from when I saw the library, it seemed a rather large room, so searching it early might be useful. But most importantly, libraries are often symbolic of information, of learning. Oh yeah, the whole thing of Snake talking about symbology. Is that gonna get brought up again? It's unclear how much the Jade Emperor has put into all this, but it's possible he's put something special here, I'll say. It'd be fun if that were a trinket, but I'd be more interested if you left us some useful information. Have fun reading every single book then. We try to lift one off the shelves and all glued down, the papers and just get ripped off and fly everywhere, and then burst into flames and the fire sprinklers go off, and we also drown in the water! That kind of thing. Wow, there's a lot of thought for just the first place to search. I don't trust you. Logical, but still. I try. Do you actually think Brian leave special info in the library, though? Seems like a bit of a stretch. Let this book come towards your head. It is indeed a bit of a stretch. But there's no harm checking anyways. After all, we'll have to search a burrow eventually, no? Indeed. I guess we should just start looking through here then, huh? Let's is a contraction of let us. No, it's not. I lied to you all. And just like that, we began to search the library for anything out of place. At this point, I'm kind of just used to almost like other visual novels, like having real-world photographies and just have a filter over them. Mostly just a stylized approach. Like it was a bit off-putting the first time I watched a few times, especially with actual drawn sprites for some characters. Unless it doesn't clash with the sprites, then it should be fine. Yeah. Just like that, we begin to search the library for anything out of place. I'll take the children's book section. Ox was right when he identified this place as a rather large room. There was even a separate room connected to the library, which even stored even more books. Storage books, the archive. While at ground cover, we began looking through the rooms for anything out of the ordinary. Ox was very no-nonsense. He didn't speak at all. Well, that was fine with me, but I want my funny dialogue. Even though it sounds a little creepy, it was important to focus on the search. While I noticed one of the library's computers was locked. Normally I write the whole thing off, but why was this one computer not shut down like the rest? Hey Mouse, I think I found something. Could you come look at this with me? What I was referring to... Fine, we'll go down your route, we'll check all these other choices out later. Went over to Ox. So what is it? This book didn't follow the proper Dewey Decimal System. Were you paying attention to that this whole time in this giant room? Okay, first off, how long have you been searching this room? And two... How long did it take for you to search and find this out? You noticed that? I was looking for something like that. Well, I guess it makes sense, the numbers and all that. Anyways, I opened it and I found this. He held up a small black disc. Floppy disk? Wow, I never would have thought I'd find one of those anymore. Why are they called floppy disks? They're stiff. What's that? I'm not sure. When I thought it might be an item. There doesn't appear to be any input code on it, which the Jade Emperor mentioned items have. Well, that's a bummer. So where exactly was this? The book actually had the center of its pages cut out, turning into a makeshift hidey hole. Oh yes, like you've seen many movies with the Bibles. That's kind of neat. I want it. Kind of cliche. Shush! You? This is my kind of cliche. I see something like that in a number of cases at this point. Brian wasn't really original in his hiding spots, was he? That's really what you're gonna nitpick in all this? Anyways, yeah, just gloss over that, okay? Don't even hear what I say. Anyways, there was also a weird message written in red inside the compartment. It read, I have stolen blood from my kin. Okay, you want to drink that all? You're a vampire now? Okay. Ew. Weird. Weird indeed. Idea what that could mean? I was telling you and hoping you would. No, I don't know. Sorry, I can't really think of anything. Unless someone here is a vampire, then this is one case we're not gonna solve today, Mr. Roxy Woxy Mans. And the peers are at an impasse. On a highway system? Nah, we just let jump it, like a ox. Well, this is definitely something, right? Perhaps. Or perhaps it could simply be a red herring. Well, it's a black disc, right? So it's not. It would be a black herring instead. Seems kind of elaborate for a red herring. No one's accused Brian of not being elaborate. Do you know Brian at all? This is another question I was bringing up. Like, does anyone even know what he looks like? Does anyone know what he looks like, actually? Well, I guess, like, the only person we've seen, like, actually get a description of that was, like, from Monkey the Therapist, which, I wonder if, like, you actually get to hear more, like, how he, like, looks in that. Anyways, the round's running out of time. Oh, that's how quick these rounds are gonna go? Wait. How many rounds are supposed to be in this game? We should probably get back to the cafeteria then. I guess we should. You can put your actions for this round to this room, then come join us. I will. With that, Ox walked out of the room. Once he was gone, I put my tablet and turned it on. There's no need to think about much of my choice. I just pressed the button to run. I turned to the cafeteria. Pretty much everyone had already gone back at this point. Oh god. They were discussing the results of the search. I couldn't find anything. Me neither, are we doomed? Is this it? Oh my god. I thought I'd at least be able to find one. Probably locked behind poozles. Have no fears, citizens, for Team Rooster secured a minor trinket. You mean Team Snake? Snake! You guys did? Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Huh, looks like I wasn't the only one to find one of those things. Things, you say? Dog, did you find a minor trinket too? Yeah, it wasn't that hard, just had to solve a simple problem. Nice work, everyone. We're well on pace to getting out of here. Okay. Ox cleared his throat. Yes, we're certainly performing adequately. Yeah. However, we can talk more about that after these results. I'll write down the objects that people found and where they found them later on. Not that I have a reason to doubt you all, but I would just feel safer seeing everyone has stuck to the plan. Of course everyone just ran. No. Right? Round 2 is ended. Now, let's see how the race has progressed. Pixelation time. Let's run. I'm gonna assume Snake or Rooster went. Nope, not Snake. Horse? No. Monkey. Rooster? God damn it! I want to hate you more. I breathed a sigh of relief. Everything was going fine. Technically, how many rounds do we have left? That's the one thing I don't remember right now. Things will be fine. We'd all play nice, stick to the script, and get out alive together. Like friends do. I'm just gonna start talking now before we get such a casual conversation. Yes, things are good right now, but that's all the more reason we should immediately continue our search. As I recently learned, Brian is interested in us playing hide and seek as much as he's having us play his little games. I mean, I do like playing building blocks and linking logs. Keep that in mind as you search. I'll just try to be thorough, but keep in mind that if the room doesn't show any signs that there's something there, there probably isn't anything there. Now, how are we splitting up? Okay. The group started chatting and splitting up amongst themselves. I still wasn't feeling totally safe at school, so I didn't want to be alone. But I decided joining one of the pairs would be the best choice. Okay, then. If there's like, if there's many different ways things can just go, and like saving at every single choice is like reasonable to go. I'll worry about that later, but for now I'm just gonna see what I would do. I guess for first time: tiger, dragon, pig, monkey, bony dog. You see, dragon, you're the most interesting. Okay, so let's go. Besides, tiger and dragon seem like the safest people to explore with. All right, great to have you. I'm not happy with you though. We'll see if you can actually pull her weight. She's certainly made for an intimidating pair. However, I was confident in my choice. Are you now? Let's not waste any time then. These mind trinkets aren't going to find themselves. Everyone's same deals last time. By the end of the round, remember to put a move and meet back up here. Yeah, don't need to tell us twice. Now come on, girls, let's go! Girl power! Dragon confidently head towards the right-hand stairs. Oh yeah, you didn't mention where we were going to go. Okay. Tiger didn't seem to have any objections in blindly following her. I wasn't going to raise any either. I was curious where we were heading. However, since she carried herself with an amount of certainty that I wasn't expecting. Hey, Dragon? What? You seem to have an idea in mind of where we're going to search first. Any reason for that? Heh. On my way to cafeteria, I saw there was a gymnasium over here. You're hearing about how those item things are hid with a sense of deliberacy. Okay. I figured that gym's the sort of place where you think to hide something. At any rate, it seems like a bit more likely than some random classroom, don't you think? Makes sense to me. Spot on thinking, Dragon. Drag on. God, do you always have to be so damn cheerful? Yes. It starts to get grating after a while. I don't know about that. Who wouldn't want comments? I know I certainly want them. Not all the time, though. That's supposed to be a dig at my attitude, huh? Got something you want to say to me? No, not at all. I would just... Oh my god, I do not care about this whatsoever. It's like the most meaningless argument I've heard today so far. We're just gonna move on. That was kind of a nothing conversation. What kind of filter for the back is happening there? Okay, blue squiggle. Far left on that side. What the heck is that? Okay. What even is this? Okay. With that, we continue on towards the gymnasium in silence. I don't know anyone who goes by that name. When we arrived, I immediately realized how big a space we were searching. Huh, not a bad place. No kidding, this place seems really well maintained. I'm pretty sure it's from a school and like they just took over, so I'm like, yeah, there's that. Imagine you two have good memories from PE. Molly said that the two of them noticeably winced. Well, not really, no. Can't me neither. Really? Why? Dodgeball trauma. Well, I actually never had PE. You didn't? What school did you go to? Homeschooled, actually. Huh. No kidding? How'd that happen? Well, that's kind of a long story without much of a payoff. Still, that's incredible. I thought you said you went to the Olympics. What does that have to do with anything? There are plenty of homeschooled Olympians. Well, I don't know anything about any Olympians, so yeah. It's kind of weird, but that's just the way it is. Consequently, I never really had PE before. Your parents would make you go outside and play? Oh my god! No wonder. Huh. Well, it's sports, like basketball. You play much of that? I imagine you'd be good at it. Yeah, well, I used to. Not anymore. Nah, no, too busy, unfortunately. I realized that it was way more important to me chasing my dreams and to spend time playing silly little games. Ask more? Yeah, sure, why not? Is that all? It looked like there was more you wanted to say about it. No, that's it. If there was more, I would have said more. Oh, okay then. Anyways, what about you? Why was there a choice there or something like that? Okay, something just seemed so inconsequential, and I'm having a feeling that the 52 endings are just gonna be so just pointless almost, except for like the special, unique 13 out of them all, which, oh god. Please don't. Oh, and I heard there's no flowchart to this game either, so I'm just gonna be blindly going around. Oh no, I really don't want to get to those like stupid dead end ones, the ones that have literally nothing to them. God. Anyways, what about you, Dragon? Didn't look like you were too keen on PE either. Those memories weren't the best, I'll admit. That came at a particularly low point in my life. A low point in your life? I don't believe it. Okay. Believe it. There was a real stretch of time when I was a pretty weak shit. My school had a pretty cohesive unit in charge, and I somehow wound up as their target. The bullying was relentless, and PE was often a chance to take it out on me physically without repercussion. It's horrible. It's not like I'm special for that. Those fuckers pretty much picked on people across the board. But man, there was this one night where I was actually out in the town with them. It had taken a while. I actually befriended the Clink leader's girlfriend. The shittiest timing in terms of when to hang out with them. It just had to be the night when it happened. When what happened? Apparently those assholes had tipped off the wrong guy at our school. His cousin was the leader of this gang. A ferocious fighter nicknamed the Night Devil wore a mask and everything. Okay, you're part of an anime. A mask? Okay. I know. Crazy, right? Anyways, even though I was the only one to let it hit it, I was somehow blamed for letting us get our asses kicked. Next week in PE, we're practicing dodgeball. You can fill in the gaps. Oof. Oof! Dragon, I'm so sorry. Don't be. Those were all necessary experiences, taught me some hard lessons. Well, after that, I was clean to the fucking hellhole. Yeah, that's the spirit. Oh, God. Something told me that accomplishment might not be something to praise, but I kept that thought to myself. I can't say any experience like yours, but I was no fan of PE either. Are we gonna look around here? I'm like super weak, but I'm stuck at most things physical. No way, just because you've been trained at all. Oh yeah, that's my big problem. Yeah, pretty much. It never really worked out. I'm not saying I can't get fit or anything. That's the spirit. Oh my god, stop. Okay, let's cut it out. I don't know if anyone else noticed, but we just passed away some time we could be used to search this place. Right! If you wouldn't really want to talk so much, you could just scream it across the room while you just look around. Hey, look at this nice dodgeball! You see anything? Hi, look at this! And they get decked and they just collapse into the ground and just die. Let's get to work. We're gonna spread out and search for anything that looks like it could be a hint. Wasn't long before Tiger called out to us. Hey guys, over here! I found a lock in the supply closet! Is the supply closet locked, or you literally just found a padlock and you're just holding your hand? Yeah, that's what supply closets have. No, I mean a lock that clearly doesn't belong on it. On it, oh, okay. It kind of looks weird. Tiger's right, there's a weird mystery on it. There is? How do you not know that you found it? I kind of stopped looking when I saw the lock. Christ. Anybody that says, what's up, you filthy animals? We're doing Home Alone references now? Rude. It's something from that prick Brian, alright. How do you know that? Which means there's definitely something of value behind the door. Someone get a crowbar! A mere door stands between us and the item. Or maybe there's literally nothing in there. It's just literally just red herring. A gold herring. I bet I could smash it down. What? No. Why not? You could injure yourself. That's the issue you have here? Do you really think you could break down a door just like that with no tools to help? A door like this? Totally. Stand back, I burst it open with one charge. Charge? Okay. Or, and hear me out, maybe you could just look for the key first. Well, we go look for the key, she goes and tries busting the locker door. Does that sound like a good plan? I think it does. Doesn't sound as exciting of a solution. Exactly, that's the one thing I agree with you on. I'll go with Mouse's way for now. We don't find the key soon, we'll go with yours. Sound good, Tiger? Alright, fine. Good. The key is almost certainly here in the gymnasium as well. If we split up and look for clues, we'll find it for sure. And split up we did. All three of us walked around the gym looking for any sign of a key. Under dodgeballs, under the carpet. Unfortunately, we struggled to find anything. This is pointless. My god. I don't know how I feel about reusing, I guess, other games like sound effects or assets. It's fine if you're in using an online sound pack or anything like that, but I would try to have the sound effects be, I guess, almost unique to your game almost, or at least that. I just don't understand why pulling it from a well-known source, even this niche genre of death games or just mystery in general. Where on earth could Brian have hidden it? Was it not in the gym? That's another thing. So far this game has not really been polished too well, or maybe just not getting maybe it's just me, or that's the whole point. Well, choices, there's so many. 52 choices. Possibilities. And either these endings go rapid fire quick, which doesn't make sense since this game boasts a 30-hour runtime, which if it's going this slow, I'm gonna have a hard time getting used to it. I literally am gonna have a hard time getting used to it, god. I thought it must be because that's what would make the most sense, but maybe not. I need to focus. Everything I've seen from Brian so far suggested he'd love to be clever. What? The lock must have some clue. What did it say? What's up, filthy animals? What, do we need our masks? What's up? I looked around the ceiling trying to spot anything out of the ordinary. There! Oh my god, the sound. Okay, that sound effect too. God. What? There, in the grating. The key's taped up. Oh yeah, you're right. Well, guess what? You're Olympic, so I'm do triple jumps. Nice catch, mouse. Come on, mouse. Aw, it was nothing. Teehee. Now the question is how the hell we're supposed to get it. Is there a ladder? Step ladder? No, a ladder. Step ladder. Don't do this. It's so damn high. I could try throwing something at it. What good would that do? It's tape there. We need a tape melter. A tape melter? Yeah. In other words, a hair dryer. Is there a ladder around? Do you see a ladder? Ooh. What if we climb each other's shoulders? Don't we need more people for a pyramid pattern? Cheerleader squad? What? Do you think that would work? It absolutely would work. Be a pain in the ass, but maybe. I call being second highest though. I'm not being support. Obviously. Yeah, I was thinking she was gonna be the one that hold everything up and probably be the one to get it. Maybe if we climb on each other's shoulders, would we be able to reach it? It's really high up. I found a stack of field hockey sticks. Mouse, if you climb my back, who will be on Tiger's back and try to hit it out with a field hockey stick, maybe you can knock it down. That sounds like a really dumb plan. Well, there's no ladder around here. Either we look around for another ladder and somewhere else and bring it back here, or we try this plan for now. You got a better one? Do you? Watch it, will ya? Get your foot on my face, or so help me God, I will end you. Look, it's difficult to climb up you two while keeping a hold of a field hockey stick. Tiger, are you okay down there? Me? Oh, no problem. Just focus on getting the key down. I'm trying to hit at it, but it's a little hard with all the swaying. Not me. Damn it, how much do you weigh, mouse? Dragon, get it together. Wait. I think I got it. Okay. The key fell to the floor. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Awesome. Now, how do we get down? Hey, dragon, trip. There we go. Again, another Phoenix Wright sound effect. That sucked. Yeah, at least we got the key out of it, though. Maybe we should let Tiger just knock the door down. Yes. Told you. No use reflecting on our past. Or do we? Time to open this bad boy up and see what's inside. I used the key to open the lock. As it fell to the floor, the lock actually broke apart. Okay. Weird. Was that part of its design? No matter, it was no longer holding the door closed. Well, now we can't use the padlock to lock someone in the room to quarantine them. Now we can see what Brian was hiding from us. They open the door. What the? Gunshot! This is a weapons cache? Wow, I was actually right. Tiger was right. The room was filled with weapons. A pistol, another pistol, a sniper rifle, an assault rifle, a sledgehammer, a taser, a vial of poison, a grenade? What the hell? Why is all this stuff here? What, does Brian expect us to use this? Why on earth would we need it? I get it. What? You can't use your tablet if you're dead, right? You can't come in last if you're the only one racing. That's... Computer Dragon already thought of this possibility. If you're scared of losing and coming in last, there was one real-world option you could take to correct that. A brutal option, a horrible option, an unthinkable option. At this point, it's just common territory here. An option Brian apparently thought could happen. Where would a kid like Brian even get all this stuff? It's a lot easier to get a hold of weapons in this country than you'd expect. Yeah, it's America. Unless you're anywhere else, then I don't know. Okay, the guns and taser and whatnot, maybe, but a grenade? Poison? Yeah, standard American fare. He's been playing this for a while. It's not impossible. We should do something about this, right? We definitely can't keep it from the others. Or we can meet in the cafeteria and talk about what to do with it as a group. Or lie. Yeah, shit, actually. What's our time looking like? Yeah, we should go in our separate rooms and then get back to the cafeteria. We don't have too much time. Right, let's do that. And just like that, we left the makeshift arsenals unsupervised and entered the separate classrooms. Without much thought, I pressed the run button. No reason to do anything else, right? Then I swiftly headed back to the cafeteria. How many rounds do we have? I already forgotten, but jeez. Pretty much everyone had gathered when I arrived. Mouse! There you are. Why are you so happy to see us, huh? There you are. Hey, you don't believe this good news. 2 more minor trinkets have been found. Can you tell me where, though? In no small part thanks to yours truly. You're welcome. Shut up. 2 more trinkets? That's great. We should be at a total of 4 now, right? We're a third of the way there and only 2 turns of searching. Yes, that's all very well good, but now could you all be quiet? I'm about to show the race results. Yeah, we need absolute, silence to see a visual aid go on. Why does it matter? It's obvious what they'll show. Better keep a close eye on them regardless. That's true, but why do we need to be completely silent when it happens? You'll see it happen on screen. For the discussion, we're going to continue the speakers cut on. Round 3 is ended. Now, let's see the race has progressed. Okay, let's skip ahead to see who's betrayed, if anything at all. Run, snake, horse, sheep, monkey, star, dog. Yeah. Before round 4 begins, I have an announcement to make. Announcement? What? This additional rule I get to inform you all of. A quirk of the race, if you will, that you all may be interested in. No doubt those of you who check the information tab will have noticed you each have a personality assigned. Personality. From the rat to the pig, each of your personalities are unique to you. Most of you probably just missed that, and for most of you that was the right choice. However, for 2 of you, this personality is an incredibly important variable. First up, I'll talk about the ambitious personality. The ambitious personality wants to finish the race in first place, just like everyone else. However, this personality type isn't content in a big old shared victory. For this personality to be satisfied, no more than 3 animals can tie for first. If this condition isn't satisfied, the animal with this personality will be treated as if they have lost. Okay, so literally someone has to die no matter what then, if more than 3 people have to go. They'll be punished accordingly. Wait, but that means... Are you kidding? That's crazy. No. The other personality to take note of is the hateful personality. Like the other personalities, this personality doesn't actually wish to win the race. You crazies. The animal with this personality wants to be in last place when the race finishes. If that happens, all animals except the one possessing the hateful personality and the one possessing the ambitious will be executed. I seize. However, this caveat is not applicable if first place is tied between 9 or more animals. What a farce. Does this guy think he's fucking with us? Well, that means basically literally one person has to die no matter what in this whole entire thing, unless you override the game itself, which I'm, with how much little there is so far, yeah, it's not even much to think about, so... I apologize for not making these rules clear from the start. I'm afraid you might think that this would have been good information to have from the start. You know? You are absolutely right! Shut down! Click! Therefore, to make up for keeping this from you, until now, this round will be extended by 15 minutes. Use that time to regroup. And as always, choose wisely. This couldn't be happening, right? There's no way. That bastard! There's no way that was unintentional. He let us foster a false sense of peace. Then when we were sure about our safety, he introduced this bullshit rule which forced our hands. I mean, yeah. No matter what, at least 2 people had to die. This couldn't be right. I thought you said that if we did everything right, everyone could escape. It was our fault for being that psycho for 1 minute. He lied to us! Oh, goody! Is he serious? Probably. And people are gonna have to die, aren't they? Everybody calm down. We gotta be positive, right? We can't just send a madness just like this. First off, the people with ambitious, hateful personality types should just admit it now. And let them die already. Be best for everyone. You moron, you seriously think they just out themselves like that? They're not that stupid. It's not stupid, it's noble. Yeah, but I doubt it. Yeah, people, either 11 people could die, or 2 could. Which sounds better to you? If you confess now, we'll make sure you're honored to your death. Okay. Wow. Wow, I know, like, they want more, like, I know this is to be, like, the way to get everyone, like, you're taking it so casually, almost. It's weird. That's seriously your offer? Yeah. That's not worth it to me. Criticizing the offer? That means it's you! What, are you one of them? Oh my god, how did I predict this? Nah, no way. Trust me, if I had one of those personalities, I'd admit it. Why would I hide something like that? Because you want to survive? I'm suicidal. Yeah, see, I'm not I'm not hearing good reason. Everyone, quiet! Your personality is ambitious or hateful. Please, speak up right now. Obviously, no one is going to blame you. We just want to come to an agreement. However, if you don't speak up now, we'll have no choice but to treat you as an enemy. So please, think carefully about how you want to proceed. With those words, a plague of sounds came out of the room. No one even dared cough. It was if you could breathe in the tension. Unless you can't breathe at all. I was hoping that maybe things could be resolved easily. However, it didn't seem as if we would be so lucky. Eventually, Monkey chimed in. Everyone actually remembers their personalities, right? It would be odd for someone to forget such a seemingly useless detail. It's possible the hateful, ambitious personalities don't even know it themselves. Actually, I'm not super sure what mine is. Yeah, I already forgot mine. I think I remember correctly, but I'm not certain, you know? Certainly not speaking. Maybe I should go and check. Like hell you don't remember! It happened that long ago, a while ago actually. Dragon, what's the harm with letting people go check? Better safe than sorry, right? I think letting anyone retreat the stage would be unwise. The flaws are twofold. First, less time for those with secrets to hide to compose themselves. At the moment, they're likely still flustered and more likely to slip up. Just letting them walk away and think about themselves would give them more time for justification. The subconscious mind is awfully effective at convincing the conscious mind of what it wants using super sweet sounding arguments. This thing that the best way to make a man murder someone is to give them a good reason, then give them time with nothing to do but think by themselves. That seems like a bit of a reach, Snake. He's like literally the only person I've been conclusively just listening to the whole time, because he's the only one giving having good advice this whole time. Literally, every single character that I like is like a literal like archetype for a conflict starter. Legitimately, everyone else of you, you're so boring. Like, really, really boring. No, Snake's right. No one needs to check their talent because no one needs to know their personality. Doesn't matter if you've been affected by this motive or not, your actions need to change. I'm sorry if this sounds callous or dismissive, but the simple fact of the matter is, we must prioritize saving the most lives possible. If we must let Brian murder two of us to secure the safety of the rest of us, that's a trade we must make. This isn't self-preservation speaking. I swear, I made the promise whether I was affected by the announcement or not. So then what's the plan, Chief? I hope to God it's you. The plan hasn't changed at all. We're gonna find all the minor trinkets, and then we'll reach the finish line at the same time. Hold on, isn't this super duper bad idea not to change anything now that we know about his personality types? That's really good for someone to portray us. And actually, like, what's to stop someone from just like besides those two? You know what would be the most effective way to go about this right now? Literally, we can just do this right now. But I'm saying hey, how about you start your tablets and let us look at the personality sheet? If you don't let us look, then well, I guess like was the personality sheet like show the ability score for like well, Snake is hiding his. That can also weed out any liars too. And how exactly do you propose to go about doing something like that? You've heard everyone's abilities, and there's no quicker way of moving than all of us using the minor trinkets. If the ambitious type tries to get ahead of the others before we begin using them, we'll immediately know their intentions. From there, the group can work against the common enemy and stop them. Once we get all the minor trinkets, we can make it to the finish line in a matter of 2 rounds. If the defeated type doesn't activate their trinket, well, the 9 will receive a joint victory, so their immunity will be forfeit. I expect that is why the 9-person caveat was added in the first place. Unless you kill 4 people, then that's pretty much a done deal. Brian must have deemed it too easy for the hateful type to win it had that rule not been in place. So ultimately, if we just proceed with the strategy, the 10 of us with normal personalities will be fine. Great, so there's no need to really fear at all. Thank God. You're all being awfully naive. Yeah? But at this point, we just have to go along with it. What? Do you seriously think that those burdened with this rule would simply roll over and die? If they wouldn't do that, they would have spoken up when we asked them to. Those with the will to survive will find some way to do so. The thing that one is to underestimate the desire to live. Morris's words hung heavy. Of course, he was right. If they hadn't outed themselves already, then the people facing harsher rules would be content with things operating smoothly. The air would now be plagued with a brutal sense of distrust. Untrustworthy. How could we, when the traitors lurked in our midst? Midst, you say? Well, we had no choice other than proceeding with the plan. If we knew something was likely to go wrong. Oh, wait. We should probably talk about that thing. What thing? Oh, yeah, now we bring it up. Hey, ambitious and hateful, there's guns! I was gonna bring this up sooner, but then all this came up. Dragon Tiger and I found a locked claws in the gym, and there were a ton of weapons stockpiled there. What? Yeah, the place looked like a damn weapons shop. It's pretty wild. Weapons here? Why would Brian give us that? Oh, that's why the lock broke too, afterwards. Makes sense. It is a curious decision. That could be a problem. Last thing we wanted this time is to give people a way to kill easily. The mere presence of those things is going to elevate the tension in here tremendously. We should do something about them. Yeah, but what? You said the closet was locked? Yeah. Could we relock it? And the lock actually fell apart. I guess Brian did that intentionally, huh? Damn. I guess our DNA is done for. Actually, you might be able to salvage it. I think locking the weapons away is probably for the best. But with what? Of course it would be. The issue is that we don't have a lock. Ugh. I actually know where you could find one. Earlier I was looking in the security office and I found an odd bike chain. There's a chain connected by a lock and I had 2 keys that went to it. So far it's mostly this... Yeah, I think... Maybe the weird feeling I'm getting about this game so far is mostly just the fact I'm... So far this game has mostly just been expository. Like, it's a tell and tell situation, not a show and tell. Yeah. It's almost a basic predicate for writing. Like, even I'm not gonna say spoilers, of course, but like, even like I went through a bit of Headers Code the original. There was bits of that in there. It was mostly just step by step, just here's what happens here, here's what happens here, all that. You don't get a sense of like character personalities or like, you know, them hiding anything or just like really them debating things or anything like that. It's mostly just punch to the punch, just like here's another bit of information, here's another bit of information, here's another one. Like sometimes you can sparse things out, but if there's a lot, then you should probably sparse them up with more with like some other events. And so far, some of the events are going on with some of the characters' personalities and all that. It's just really unremarkable and kind of boring. So I've just been glossing over my mind and just, yeah. That's so far my biggest criticism of this so far. It's just really boring. It's a slog. Nice thinking, Bunny. What are you going to use a block for? Okay, door. We can just get a chair, but people can remove that easily. Rope? How did anyone find a rope? I must ask what bike chain would be able to properly secure the gym closet. Can that setup present up with some problems with some issues, logistically speaking? We definitely could run into some issues there. That's why I think we should also move the weapons to a room that could actually be locked with a chain. I also came across the sound studio. Remember that place, right? I think it's the right build for a chain lock. Oh man, I don't like this. You're saying you found this for the rest of us? You're saying there were 2 keys to it, right? How do we know there weren't actually 3 keys to it? You didn't swipe one beforehand. If that was the case, you'd be able to enter the room freely. I appreciate your concerns, I really do. I have to ask, why would I just grab some random key to a random bike chain? Seems a bit ridiculous to me, to give a leg up in this situation. If with the whole, as the game brought up before about being, you know, all this, and as Snake brought up numerous times, there's a possibility of someone betraying someone else, so yeah? This all sounds like a major headache. No, I'm actually kind of following along nicely with it, but I'm just getting a tiny bit bored. Tiger? Well, there's a better solution than all of this. We just get someone to guard the weapons. We need 2 people for that, or 3. Are you serious? It's not simple, right? Sure, this person would be able to help search, but it would make sure no one could take any weapons, right? I mean, the guard would have all these weapons, so it's not like anyone could face them. Okay. Moron! With the ambitious and hateful person to guard the weapons, we'd be completely screwed. What are the odds of that? Yeah, also another thing. The whole fact that there's no exact rules to like this whole game except, yeah, for, like it gets to the end of it, and that's pretty much it. No other rules in the environment or anything like that. It's kind of like you just anything goes. So literally just there's so many different ways to take it, and like so far there's not really any interesting ways to go about it. Let's see. If you move it to some other in the place, the bike chain, we can literally just I don't know how bike chains work. Well, I think I've heard about bike chains having like a combination or just a key lock. Well, I don't know if it has a key in one version of it. We'll just go with that for now. Let's see what was your idea for this here? If we choose the most trustworthy person here, there's absolutely no way that would happen. It seems an unnecessary risk the chain lock plan would work. That plan seems a lot more complicated. No, it's a precaution. Things could easily go wrong with it. And it's not like the lock plan would make us trust someone with the ability to get the weapons. Huh? I mean, there are 2 keys to the lock, right? What would we do with those? We could flush in the toilet or something. And what if a minor shrink is hidden in the sound studio? That means that then you should have looked harder in there. What trader finds the weapons elsewhere and goes to rampage, and we need to stop them? Well, a third example of why we need to open the weapon closet happened. I don't think it'd be wise in any case to completely cut ourselves off from the weapons. If that's the case, why not just go with a simple guard system? Mouse, what are your thoughts on this? My thoughts? Why are you asking me, Oba-san? Why can't we do both? Why can't we do both? Fine, let's just lock it up and see what happens. It makes the most sense to lock the weapons up. And if we need to give people keys. I think Tiger is right in that some people are probably safe to give them to. The bigger issue with the grand plan is that it would permanently take someone out of commission. Worse, it would take someone who's definitely on a group's side out of commission. Our biggest enemy is going to be time. We need to find those minor tricks as soon as possible, even if this conversation is wasting their precious time. If we lock the weapons away, we'll be able to get them if we don't need them. But we can put them safely out of mind, for a time being, until someone finds them dead or bang boom ah! Or just a giant explosion or grenade. That makes sense. What kind of poison is it anyway? Is it ingestion? Because that would make sense because there's literally no food anywhere around here. And if there's food in the cafeteria here, why would anyone want to eat? If they want to get out of here as fast as possible. Is it a poison that if it touches your skin, it seeps into it, it kills you slowly? Like that? Or injury poison? I also think we should try and go with a chain lock plan. Is anyone against it? I still don't like it. Yeah, no, I don't care. I'm starting to seem like I'm in the minority in this opinion. Yeah, you're the minority. Unless the other group wants, I'm fine with it. I guess I'll be okay. Didn't really have a dog in the race either way. That was a stupid line. Dog in the race. I do like puns, but not when they're that pointless. That's settled. We should figure out who the keys should go to, right? Do we want to split up or give them to one person? Giving them to one person reduces the risk of letting a traitor have a key. However, it also consolidates power, which in general is more dangerous. I think it may be safer to split the keys between 2 candidates. In that case, then I got a nomination. I think Sheep should be in charge of one of the keys. Me? Think about it, if the girl was given the mission and a hateful personality type, do you really think she'd hide it? Not a chance, she'd have outed it. Maybe she'd be that, that flustered, not saying it. I've seen other mystery games where, the most, nervous person was actually, a person who actually killed someone later on. Yeah, it's not that surprising, literally. It's not that. Also, no offense, Sheep, but she's not exactly intimidating. Even if she did decide to break bad and grab a bunch of weapons, I'm pretty sure we could take her down. Oh. Yeah, insulting. Ugh. I'm honored that you thought of me for the position, but also insulted. I hate you. Gun. Boom. I promise I'll keep a close eye on the key if you give it to me. I think Sheep is a good choice. Any objections to letting her have one? Or maybe silence whatever the group. That's settled. I actually have a second nomination. I believe Tiger will be a good choice to have the other key. Me? I think in this conversation, you're the least likely to be a traitor. For one, you nominated someone other than yourself to have a key. The traitors naturally would want to give the keys to themselves, so nominating someone else is completely unthinkable behavior to them. If you really wanted a key, you could have made an argument such as, fine, we can do the log plan instead of mine, but only if I get one of the keys. That's, no, even if we're wanting to trade, that's too inconspicuous of a thing to say out loud. That's stupid. I might have met with some resistance, but I bet you'll be able to convince people of that. Additionally, you have been nothing but positive this whole time. I do truly believe that if you had been given an adverse personality, you would have admitted it to us. Aw, thanks, Snake. God. You seem great, too. Why for one disapprove? Give me someone as strong as Tiger, access to weapons, the death sentence for the rest of us. She turns out to be a traitor. No. If Tiger tries to attack anyone, I'll be able to bring her down. Yeah. What's that? You think you beat me in a fight? Oh, so now you're getting rid of the credibility now. I don't think that. I know that. Why did you cut it out? Anyways, yeah, Tiger's probably fine to have a key. Let's go with sheep and tiger bean and key holders. And let's quit wasting time discussing this anymore. We've already spent far too long on it. Now lead us where the weapons are. The weapons are in this Jiminy Jam Slim Jim town. Just that we decided. Tiger, Dragon, and I led the group to the gym. We made sure to take careful stock of everything in the closet before anyone was allowed to touch anything. And the group carried the items down to the recording studio Bunny talked about. We piled the weapons in the back room. An inventory was taken to make sure everything was there, and no one had pocketed anything. Doug noticed the window of the audio room could also actually be opened. Lucky for us, there was actually a handle on the inside for the window that could easily be flipped to lock it. Okay. The door opened inwards into the audio room, which meant we needed to hold it back with a bike chain. That was an innocuous detail, so it must be important later. We ran around a column and double looped around the door handle. Finally, when everyone was outside the room, Tiger leaned through the little gap in the door, left, and locked the bike chain. Okay. When all was said and done, the window from the audio room was locked on the inside. The only way to enter would be to unlock the chain through the gap, pulling the audio room's door back fully created. Let me enter the unlock the chain through the gap, pulling the audio room's door back. Okay. Alright, I think that just about does it, guys. Okay, well, there's that. It's now locked up. The room's officially locked. Unless someone here can pick a lock. At least it's over with. I had no idea what a bike chain looks like up close, so I don't even know if you can or not. But I'm going to assume you can lockpick if there's keys. So yes, at least that's over with. Now, how should we go about searching the building? Are we really going to go through this shit again? We don't have the time or trust to properly plan out these group things. Let's just hurry up and start searching. I must agree. If we get lost in any more pointless discussions, we face a serious risk of not being able to find the minor trinkets in time. Should we split up and start looking then? That's... You know what? Fine. Whatever. Why are you flustered about that now? Just be careful. Let's try to gather all the trinkets before things can go wrong. And break. Just like that, the group split up. Then a gunshot rang out immediately. Ox is right. The sooner we found those trinkets, the sooner everything could be better. Decided to keep searching the first floor. It was a little unsettling searching by myself for the first time. I previously felt some safety in the presence of others. That being said, I couldn't even say for certain that searching with others would make me even feel better. The introduction of those horribly unfair rules completely destroyed the atmosphere of the camaraderie we previously had. I'm used to it. Were things really going to be alright? I can't help but think that the existence of this traitor was going to make things go horribly wrong. You mean traitors? I think about all this is pointless. I need to focus on my search for trinkets. Unfortunately, that wasn't going exactly great either. Room to room, I diligently searched, but there was nothing to be found. There would be times where I almost turned and I looked everywhere in a room, but I couldn't bring myself to leave. So we just search around a room and we don't even figure it out. And we don't learn a single thing about where the trinkets are found, so... okay. My experience in the gym showed that while Brian wasn't looking to be completely obscure in his hiding spots, they also wouldn't always be obvious. Oh, Jesus Christ, that scared me. Sorry about that. Oh. If I eternally marked the room off as clear, and there was, in fact, a minor trinket in there, the results could be catastrophic. No, a slow, methodical research was for the best. There's a boiler room. Oh, well, makes sense, school. Eventually, I reached a weird-looking boiler room. And actually, since we're actually looking in this room and there's not a choice, I think it's a good time to leave this off. I'm a bit weird and iffy about this game right now, but I'll give it, like, a long more try, and, like, I know we're going to have to reach an ending at some point, and this game is going to be 30 hours long. And depending on how some of the endings go, which I'm doubting, like, some of them will be, like, I guess, good. Depending on how those go, maybe I'll continue. I'm just trying to think of any, like, saving graces for this game to be interested so far. It's really a big slog for me so far. None of the characters are too interesting, like, the race itself is... I mean, there's some interesting aspects to it, but there's not much to really think about and strategize to it, because it's going to be story points, and so far, there's no real big, I guess, choices so far of, like, I guess, run or usability or not, right, that. There's not even that sort of choice. It's not even like the story itself is entirely too, interesting. Even with the clue itself of a Brian, Aaron, Bowen, well, Aaron and Brian Morris, it's not like it's actually, like, terribly interesting. It's like, it's... just the outside of it, which, even though I doubt it's going to be the case, it just sounds like a simple revenge plot. And there's really nothing else to think about from, in terms of, other culprits, or literally motivation, or anything like that. There's not much to go on, and... Not even any clues. Anything simpler than that? Yeah. Maybe I'm just looking at this the wrong way, but that's how I'm feeling right now, and I just want to share that. But I guess maybe we'll see if this gets better or worse next time. So, what a fun time watching as I am playing us. Hope to see you next time, what time may be, and I'll hope a fantastic day.